Yes, a very good afternoon to you, tuned into UBC TV. Welcome to our lunchtime news this Wednesday, the 27th of March, 2024, just a few days to our Easter holiday. Now, in our first story, my name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. In our first story, former Minister for Defense and Veteran Affairs, Vincent Bamulangachi Sempija, has said that as a senior presidential advisor, he will emphasize agriculture since it is his field of expertise. This follows a cabinet reshuffle by President Museveni, where changes were made in the ministerial positions, and Sempija was dropped from the Ministry of Defense, and he was assigned duties as presidential advisor. Sempija was touring an avocado farm for Hass in Lwengo district, for Kuradate in Chichusa, with the aim of attracting and sensitizing people in the Greater Masaka in line with agriculture.
My emphasis would be in agriculture. I know very well that the economy can grow using other sectors like industry, like what. But I think since we have a comparative advantage in agriculture, resulting from our soils, our weather, a lot of water, fresh water, I think we can ably have to copy as Masaka people would do. Kalungu, Masaka, Mbumansi, we have to copy what others are doing, because these are doing it best. And the idea, it is a bit different the way they manage the farm. For us, we would have cultivated everything, but now for them, I think theirs is a bit more organized and organic. So we have to copy from them. And I know Masaka people who are very hard working also. I think this will be very easy for them. If they can integrate this with the coffee, bananas, because this is a shade crop in a way. You can plant it in bananas, you can plant it in coffee. So, and again, you come back to harvest money. Apart from providing a shade in your coffee plantation or banana plantation, then you come back and you harvest money.
We are standing. We have so far planted 100 acres. Our goal is to scale this up to have at least a minimum of 2,000 acres in the next 5 years. And the goal is to be the leading producer and exporter of this fruit in Uganda, so that we can put Uganda on the world map of the leading producers of Hass avocado, just like our neighbors in Kenya, who are currently sitting in the 5th place globally. So The main difference between this Hass avocado, it starts with planting. This plant is grafted compared to our traditional varieties, which you just throw the seed and it grows by itself. This one is grafted, it goes through a nursery bed, they graft it, and it's improved in a way that it grows faster compared to our traditional Hass avocado varieties, which can take up to 10, 15 years. This one, it takes only 2.5 years to start flowering, and by 3 years, you will be able to get fruits from it. Another difference is its capacity to put on many fruits compared to other varieties. Is the issue of irrigation. It specifically needs constant supply of water, but as you can see the changes we are having in our ecological system, we cannot get rains, we don't have extended rain seasons to sustain it, which means we have to continuously have a continuous supply of water, and that way we need irrigation system. However,
in more news, the Uganda Airlines are gearing up for expansion with the upcoming arrival of a new Airbus A320neo aircraft, scheduled for delivery next month under an SCMI wet lease agreement. This fuel-efficient addition will bridge the operational gap between the airline's existing fleet of the CRJ 900s and the wide-body A330-800 neos. According to the airline CEO, Jennifer Bamuturachi, this move positions Uganda Airlines to explore new routes and cater to a wider range of destinations. Samuel Senono has details to this.
About leasing, because we are not in time, what should I say? The aircraft manufacturers, the timelines for production, the timelines for aircraft availability keep moving further and further if you don't make your orders. We haven't made an order yet. The nearest we can get is 2029, 2030. So in the meantime, what is Uganda Airlines doing? We're going to lease. We're going to have a wet lease on SCMI basis, and this will be starting in a few weeks. Hopefully second week of April, we'll have that aircraft here. It will be an A320 neo, but it will have, the company comes with its crew. That's why it's called SCMI. It will have their crew, insurance paid for, and maintenance. And hopefully, I believe it will bridge the gap. So we're going to put this aircraft on certain routes where we were using the CRJ and having volume and weight challenges. We hope to see an increase and improvement in our numbers, especially on those routes like Johannesburg, where we were restricting the baggage weight and number of bags you can carry. So to answer your question, we're going the lease direction.
Uganda Airlines, they are expecting a new aircraft. Now, the Honorable Nekesa Barbara Oundo, the National Treasurer of the NRM party, has urged women in Busia district to prioritize educating the girl child, emphasizing its transformative impact on society. She highlighted Uganda's UPE and USE programs as key avenues to combat illiteracy and poverty, urging parents to ensure all children receive education. Her remarks came during a belated Women's Day commemoration in Masafu Town Council, focusing on Count Her In to accelerate gender equality through economic empowerment.
Highlighting the significance of Uganda's universal primary education and universal secondary education programs, Honorable Oundo underscored their role in combating illiteracy and poverty.
It is completely impossible for you to tell me to commercialize my engagements, do savings, investments here and there, borrowings, without knowing even how to write 10,000 shillings. So you must be literate for you to completely carry on the journey of commercializing either agriculture or any other economic activity you do. So as the NRM government, we put much emphasis on education. ensuring that we open doors not only to the girl child that we are celebrating today and the women, but also the boys. This has been done through interventions like the universal primary education, the universal secondary education. We now have the skilling, which is under BTVET. But all these interventions are aimed at opening doors and allowing in as much girl children as we can for them to acquire the necessary skills for them to operate in the money economy.
She called upon parents to actively participate in guaranteeing that all children, regardless of gender, have access to quality education.
When we came into power, when the NRM came to power, Uganda had about 3 universities. Makerere, Chambogo, and I forget the other, but there were about 3, not more than 3. And as we speak, we have numerous universities, over 30, both private and public universities. So these have made us realize that we have done what we ought to do to open up the spectrum for all stakeholders, to increase the literacy levels. So the next step that we want to achieve after the mass education, we want to achieve the economic empowerment. Government is doing a lot to ensure that our people are economically empowered. The NRM government, first of all, I want to appeal to our supporters. We shall never reinvent the wheel. I always hear people say that when NRM is looking for votes, this is when they remember us. And after the elections, they completely forget us. I think our people also still think that we shall come back and have rallies to mobilize specifically NRM supporters to come and benefit from government interventions. During the term of service, like the one we are running now, from 2021 to 2025, the 5 years of service, these years we bring to the people interventions, we bring to the people government programs that are supposed to eradicate poverty.
These remarks were made during a belated Women's Day commemoration held in Masafu Town Council.
We need to bring our people on board. We need to sensitize our people on the government programs. That is the missing link. This is why the cow of the district has just been informing us that we have the money, but we are not seeing the beneficiaries. I was in Wakiso recently having a community baraza. We were given a report on which groups had benefited from Emyoga. So you would see this group submitted. I think when they had heard there is Emyoga, they submitted. They were allocated money, but the status, release of funds, the status was not yet given.
The event centered on the theme Count Her In, emphasizing the imperative to accelerate gender equality through economic empowerment. Sudat Kaye and Sando Martin, UBC News.
Let's take a short break. We'll come back with more.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Busitema University informs the general public and all its students who qualified for conferment of degrees and award of diplomas and certificates that the university will hold its 14th graduation ceremony on Thursday, 28th March 2024. The function will start at 8 a.m. at Busitema campus in Busia district. The provisional graduation list is available on the university website www.busitema.ac.ug. This graduation ceremony will be broadcast live on UBC TV starting at 10 a.m.
Juko.
Yo.
Wachiko. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a Sacco, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *185*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erunganisibwa banka enkulu ya Uganda.
Thank you so much for watching. The former Deputy CDF, General Peter Elweru, has asked government to investigate the circumstances regarding the increased rate and cases of desertion in the UPDF, something he says is a threat to the system. Elweru was speaking as guest of honor at the Wazalendo Sacco AGM at the Ginger Gaddafi Cantonment, where he also requested the Wazalendo administration to ensure a meaningful financial well-being for the members.
In the grave say, my father, it is done. I have done everything. I have now arrived. Before that, you have not arrived. Please, leadership of Wazalendo, you have not arrived. Wazalendo members, we have not yet arrived. Let us continue. Let us work hard and make sure our members are happy. A number of soldiers on a monthly basis, which is very worrying.
Money. We are ready to give it to our members because that is our number one, the core business. Before we go to investment arm of organization fixing, we fix billions of money because we cannot leave it there, idle. 94.6%. You may not find very many carriers in this world who are genuine and they will come and take money, use it, pay it back. So let us handle its own agro-processing business. However, on a case-by-case basis, if members come, we shall look at what they have, we look at your cash flows, and then we shall be able to lend you loan. The greatest challenge that I've found outside in the field there through our audit and monitoring and evaluation is that most of our people have businesses, but they don't prepare books of accounts. Pay this loan, and we don't want you to go on the street. We don't want the Sacco to take all your earnings by servicing the loan, and you go without anything.
We had asset base of 959 billion. We had the close with the loan portfolio of 737 billion. We had savings of 455 billion in all our savings accounts, and we registered the capital by the end of the year to 240 billion. The 240 billion is broken into two. We have redeemed shares, which is about 18 billion, and then the other normal shares is 222 billion, all of them making 240. Now, this performance is very good in that we are able to generate a profit or surplus of 73.3 billion.
Ruhango,
relatedly, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Major General Geoffrey Tumusime Kasigazi, has castigated self-proclaimed opinion leaders for disorganizing the management of the police exodus Sacco. Kasigazi says that these individuals discourage the struggle of attracting officers towards serving for their retirement.
To address the meeting and formally open the AGM.
We need to protect this circle. This circle has gotten a lot of detractors who pretend to be friends of police officers, whereas actually they are enemies of police officers. Anybody who says you should not save but consume everything today is not your friend. It's unfortunate I see video clips of some of our leaders in this country telling police officers that they should not save. Because what they are saying is that if you save 100,000, you have all the rights to withdraw 100,000. And for you grab. Now, simple mathematics, what does that leave your account to? 2, develop an effective public relations mechanism to counter the harmful propaganda peddled by our detractor. The public relations, PRO is here, I'm sure you have also the mechanism in the circuit, so that we need to counter this propaganda machinery and give our image, our own story, our own narrative, so that we counter.
From the loan scheme is curtailed by low salary earned, with loss, which means low savings and low amount of loans which someone can pick, since it is tied to salary as a security. There is no doubt that with future anticipated salary improvements, we will greatly contribute towards the success of the Sacco. The Sacco leadership should endeavor to identify new products which are customer friendly and affordable.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a Sacco, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Banyeta ko Muhangi Donata, the chairperson wa group. I
am the chairperson of this group that got money. The group is called Kalsandala HIV/AIDS Craftswomen Group. UWEP gave us money in 2017 and they gave us 3.3 million Ugandan shillings. We used it in 1 year and got 23 million out of it.
twayihamu miliyoni 2.3 tukora ebyibo.
We do baskets and kitchen gardens, and we also have a saving group. We thank UWEP because this money helped us as women. Women can now educate their children and build houses because many of them are single mothers. We work without jealousy because we want to leave a legacy that even those who will be around tomorrow will appreciate.
Fred! Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja Ankole segment. Learn about the fabrication of Ankole Kingdom from Nkore, the beautiful village of milk and honey at the detriment of Mpororo states.
Ankole as a kingdom came about in 1901.
Ankole is a colonial fabrication.
And all these so small kingdoms were counties of the original Itara.
Ruhinda Ruanjunachi, who was Mtrezi,
the son of Wamara Rhanjanjuru.
And that starts the rulers of Ankole called Bahinda.
Who are the pre-colonial heroes from Ankole?
Is it Rutaraka, Muguta, is it Intare, Kitabanyoro? Find out from Tuko Pamoja.
Daily screenings at Ham Cinemax in Wandegea at 11:30, 2 p.m., 4:30 and 7 p.m. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja?
On the international scene, top Russian officials have directly accused Ukraine and the West of being involved in the deadly Moscow concert hall attack after it was claimed by the Islamic State. The Islamic State released the video of the atrocity, but Vladimir Putin and two close allies have claimed the jihadists were helped by Western and Ukrainian intelligence, a claim Ukraine has rejected. The scenario is all the more unlikely because the US had warned Russia of an imminent attack 15 days earlier. Russia says 139 people were killed when 4 armed men burst into the Crocus City Hall concert complex on Friday evening. Another 22 remain in serious condition, including 2 children. The US was trying to convince the world that Kiev had no connection to the attack, he said, but he continued to point the finger at the West, which he said was using Ukraine to fight against Russia. One of Mr. Putin's longest-serving allies, Security Council Secretary Nikolai Patrushev, doubled down on Putin's claim on Tuesday when he was asked whether Islamic State or Ukraine was behind the attack, and he said, of course, Ukraine. In sports, the second edition of the St. Joseph Laibi College Marathon is set for this weekend. Runners will compete in the 10 and 21 kilometers around Gulu City.
Elite runners have confirmed to compete in the second edition of the Laibi College Old Boys Association Marathon, set for this weekend in Gulu City. So far, 1,000 runners have registered to be part of the Saturday event as heritage to rejuvenate the school that was once a powerhouse in sports.
We shall have 3 categories.
I'm yet to agree to the fourth. The first category will be runners, people who can run. The second categories are going to be those who are going to walk. The third categories are people who are not able to run or walk in terms of computation, so they will sit in the tent and just give morale boosting. I have got a request in line with the Choli traditional culture, a group that wants to have a Raka dance group. They run beating their calibers in the marathon. And that is quite interesting in terms of culture, mixing culture with education and the marathon. We are expecting 1,000 people to turn up for the marathon. It is open to the public. We are rallying everybody who is interested to see that education in northern Uganda is transformed for the better for the future of our children and generation to come. That come and join hands with us so that we reawaken all these actors of the education sector in the region.
Runners will compete in the 10 and 21 kilometers equally, allowing those willing to walk to be part. Founded in 1952, St. Joseph College Laibi has been a powerhouse in sports, academics dominating northern Uganda, and indeed the initiation of the marathon will unite all old students of the institution.
Not just sports. We used to be the giants and the powers for academics. I can tell you that was the first from 1970s. Laibi rose up to East African standards in terms of academic excellence, the Cambridge Examination Board. And then also games and sport. But everything went down, and we woke up as Lakoba in 2016 and said, this is not where we belong. We started a transformational journey that we have moved along the way from 2016. You saw us hosting the Commonwealth Game in 2017-18. We have put in the swimming pool, so we have introduced co-curriculum activities, games and sport. We have introduced cricket ovals in Lahibi. We are working out with the rugby union to introduce rugby in northern Uganda. We last year won 13 trophies in games and sports, and we want to think we are getting back there. And academically also we are getting back. Last year we got 100 first grade and 22nd grade.
UBC TV has for the past months partnered with Lakoba Marathon, a duty that has won them an accolade.
I'd like to invite all the sports ladies and gentlemen in this country and beyond that please come and be a part of the second edition of Lakoba Marathon this Saturday, 30th March 2024. We shall have different categories of competitions, best gentleman, best lady. We are going to have the people with disability set also. We are putting them in a different set of competition. They're also going to compete, and we are going to award winners, reasonable award to recognize your efforts. But more importantly, I want to invite you to come and taste the porridge of Laibi College.
We thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for you this afternoon. Don't miss more news in Luganda, Kiswahili, and I'll be here myself for news tonight in our subsequent bulletins. For now, enjoy the afternoon. Happy Easter holiday.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. Pick of the day on UBC.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
Was brought to you by
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Africa and the world are facing unprecedented high temperatures. South Sudan had to shut down learning institutions on the prediction that the temperatures would get up to 42 degrees Celsius